for Mile of Music the day before it's set to begin. And I am here with Dave Willems, who is a member of the Mile team, getting ready, talking about how preparation has gone and what the Mile of Music is going to look like this year. So, Dave, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. And we're rushing around a little bit. The rain today, we'd rather have it today, and it sounds like the forecast, knock on wood, looks good for the rest of the weekend. So we'll take the rain today, but it slowed us down a little bit in terms of all of our setup and so forth.
So that rain slowing you down and everything like that, is that going to have an effect on shows that are set to begin?
No, not at all. It just, we do all the setup on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going into the festival, and so when we get weather and stuff, it can put you back a little bit. Just means a little longer hours, a little longer day for everybody, but we'll be set to go with our first stuff tomorrow morning, and noonish or so is when most of the stages kick off, and we run with indoor and outdoor stuff all the way up until midnight.
And that weather kicking in on Wednesday, that's good for having setup that has gone from Monday and Tuesday then?
Yeah, well, the idea would be, that would be really nice if we'd have perfect weather from Monday through Monday. That doesn't ever happen. So this year it looks like maybe the weekend is going to be pretty darn good weather, and we'll take that. And then, we'll work through whatever happens on Monday, Tuesday for the teardown, because it takes a couple of days. We have 35 different active stages between indoor and outdoor, and so it takes a while to set that up, and it takes a couple days to take it all down too.
And how has that setup gone so far? I know that the weather and everything like that, but outside of that, how's that setup been going?
Yeah, no, really well. We have to thank all of our volunteers. We have 500-ish volunteers that help us out, and we have them doing everything from just many hands make light work by carrying boxes and stuff like that, and merchandise and large totes and so forth, and they bring them to all of our different spaces where they need to go. So we have it's like a lot of we always say there's about 4,000 pairs of hands that make the festival happen, between volunteers, between all of the different hospitality workers downtown, which are huge to the success of the vibe that we are able to put out there during the festival, with just that ability to go in and out of venues, in and out of restaurants, in and out of bars, to be. It takes every bit of those 4,000 hands to make it work. So it's going well, and we're set for we'll be set for tomorrow with the kickoff being at noon in some of the listening rooms, and then later in the afternoon and early evening is when the band venues kick in.
And some of that setup, you were talking about weather preparations, things
Sure.
like getting ready for severe weather that might be coming in. It's set to be a little hotter on Saturday, and then there's an air quality warning that might be in effect this weekend as well. What has Mile been doing to prepare for that?
Yeah, we just make sure we communicate to our attendees. We have screens at several of the venues that we put messages on and so forth for that sort of stuff. The last couple of years, we've had to hit pretty hard with the whole heat and humidity thing, and talk about staying hydrated, talk about looking for help if needed. We do have first aid in our three main locations where the main stages are, and those folks are portable where they can go elsewhere if needed. So I think it's just a matter of communicating as best we can. We do work with the City of Appleton and the City of Appleton Police Department very carefully on a plan. Many of our event staff, as well as some of our volunteers, are trained on how to handle situations within an event. That's required by the City of Appleton now when they give out event permits. So all of that is really, really good stuff, and so we'll be as ready as we can.
And with everything that you have scheduled, are there any standout highlights that people can be looking out for over the weekend, or is it kind of everything for everyone?
It's kind of like asking, and I don't mean this of me personally, but my answer to that really is the festival has really found its niche. It's settled in as this place where there's just a fire hose of really good original music for 4 days, and so it's really hard to, you're not going to pinpoint any particular artist, because we have almost 200 of them, and there's so many of them that just bring a different flavor to our town and a flavor to the festival, that you really have to come and do your homework a little bit, and then come and experience it and find your next favorite band. But we'll have a little bit more in the way of pop-ups this year. We'll have a few more music as you go throughout, but in reality it's just one solid amount of music from Thursday through Sunday when we do the final Mile Jam right here in this ballroom. After the festival's over, some of the artists get together and do a jam, and it's a really fun time. So that'll be Sunday night when everything else is done. Our song before we go is at the Lawrence Chapel at I think 5 o'clock on Sunday. That's the actual last official show of the festival, and that's from the beginning to the end. Everybody's performing their own songs. It's all original music, 100%. And so, and then they kind of let their hair down with the jam afterward.
And the ballroom, where's set up at here right now, currently?
Yeah. That kicks off on Thursday at 7 o'clock, 7 to midnight, and then Friday and Saturday it's basically 4 p.m. to midnight. And then Sunday we have, I think, 3 shows in the afternoon, and then we have the Mile Jam. So the ballroom's a very active place during the festival. It's our largest indoor space for bands. We have also the Lawrence Memorial Chapel, but that's an acoustic space. So this is our largest indoor space, and it's one of 6 areas of the hotel that have music during the festival. So this is a real hub for us. The Hilton Appleton Paper Valley has been an amazing partner for us from day one of the festival. Some of the first people I talked to about being involved, because I knew if we were going to do this right, we wanted to have a hub, we wanted to have a space where a lot of stuff could be happening, and that's the hotel. And the nice part about it here is there's only one of those stages that's outside, so all the rest of them happen whether we have some weather or not. So this is a great spot to, if you're coming down for the first time, if you're coming down and you have some mobility issues, the hotel's a great spot to be because you can go and see 5 or 6 different stages within the hotel.
And have you heard anything from community members, maybe just in passing, coming through here, looking, checking out the setup in terms of excitement?
Oh yeah, no, it's there's a buzz that starts to happen here. Usually it's the weekend before the festival, and I'm fortunate enough now that I've gotten around through the 12 years of the festival to be a little bit recognized, and so people do share with me their excitement, and I've probably heard 15 or 20 people today, and a lot of times it's just a honk or it's just a roll the window down and a thumbs up and stuff, but folks are excited. And the beauty of this thing is that those same folks are what makes this happen, whether they're attending or whether they're volunteering or whether they're just sponsoring and supporting, which is a huge piece of it. The entire thing is funded by the community, so if we don't have that support, we can't have the festival. So we're just really, really excited about this year. We're excited about looking at that forecast. Again, we knock on wood all the time. We don't take anything for granted, but from what I'm hearing from multiple weather reports and from multiple weather folks, it's looking favorable.
Is there anything else that you would like to add that I didn't mention that you think is important for folks at home to know about?
Well, I think it's helpful for them to know too that this is one of the very rare festivals in the entire world, country for sure, where you can have this amount of music, this amount of just really, really interesting stuff going on and good vibes, and it's free to attend. So we have worked really hard at that. That's where the community support comes in. We're going to keep trying to fight for that as long as we can and try to make that happen. As you know, lots of festivals charge thousands of dollars for their lanyards and their badges and stuff, and for our festival you can pay a little bit to have a music maker badge, but the festival itself, every one of the stages that we have, some of them are 21 plus, but every one of the stages we have, you can walk through the door and watch the music and not have paid anything. We're hoping then that people turn that around, and we're expecting an $8 to $10 million economic boost this year because people are turning around then, and that money they have in their pocket they're spending on food, they're spending on beverages, they're spending on merch, and we greatly appreciate them buying our Mile merch. We have a lot of great Mile merch this year.
And how many people are you expecting to show up?
It's always hard to say because it's a free festival. So I always joke that I stopped counting on Saturday afternoon. But I do anticipate that we'll have in the neighborhood of 100,000 attendees. That's some of those people coming back all 4 days, some of them coming 3 days. So we've usually estimated it's in terms of unique visitors to the festival, it's probably in the 40 to 50,000 range, maybe in that ballpark, and then the total number of attendants over the 4 days is probably in that 100 to 110,000 range.
Okay, that's everything I have for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to swing by during this busy time. I know it's quite busy out here. Yeah, no, that's completely okay. Well, I'm gonna flip the camera back around and just say Mile of Music is going to be running from Thursday until Sunday. Is that correct? Here in Appleton, down a long stretch of College Avenue and beyond. 1 mile of College Avenue, full of music and performances. And I'll have more on how Mile setup has been going tonight on Fox 11 News at 5. But for now, thank you for watching. This is me live at the Hilton Ballroom stage for Mile of Music. Josh Cavender, Fox 11 News. Thank you for watching.